When people think of the Salvation Army, very often they think of the work that we do at Christmas. But in actuality, the Salvation Army in this community is here 365 days a year. So the Salvation Army is known for helping people's physical needs, but we're also here to help spiritual needs as well. We meet human needs without discrimination. You don't have to ascribe to our beliefs. You don't have to go to our church for us to help you in any way. One of the goals when someone comes to us with a need, whether they're homeless, whether they need food, is obviously to meet the immediate need, but to help them to meet longer term needs. Maybe it's they need to go back to school. Maybe they need to acquire some life skills. They have a caseworker assigned to them. They work with them individually to meet their individual needs.
We seek to serve the whole person, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Let's say, for example, this month you don't have enough to cover your utility bill. We're able to help with that. We also have food pantry where we can support people with that. We have 6 family rooms here in our shelter, and it's self-contained with a bathroom, sink, and all that, so that family can have their own space, as well as dinner every evening here. We are here to give people that little bit of help.
What that looks like is somebody that's going to be housed, but not only that, someone whose mental health has been taken care of, or the drug addiction is taken care of. We have one man right now who's up at our adult rehabilitation center in Jacksonville because he decided, I don't want to do drugs anymore. And so hopefully once he's through that program and we get him back here, we'll be able to get him housed and moved on to something better.
At our Center of Worship and Service, which is our church, we obviously have normal church services. We have Sunday services, Wednesday Bible study. We also have a wonderful youth outreach basketball program because we have a gym that is run by a local volunteer. We also have our family store. People think of going to the Salvation Army, you're going to a thrift store. We have a partnership between all of our different locations. So for instance, if somebody comes to the Center of Hope, we don't have a clothing closet here. Instead, we give them a voucher that they take to the family store. And that gives them some dignity that they can shop for clothing, they can look around, they can pick what suits them. Because when someone comes to us, especially a family, they don't want to be homeless. And so we give them a safe, clean place to regroup. Maybe they need to find a new job, maybe they've been kicked out of where they were, and we help them make the steps into the right direction to get them back into housing. The greatest need in this community is affordable housing. And so we're really working with landlords to make that happen, to say, we have somebody who's ready. Let's work together. So our Evangeline Booth Garden Apartments, some wonderful seniors who just need help in affordable housing. We also have something fairly unique here in Marion County, that we have a corrections department, that we partner with folks who are in legal trouble, and part of their probation is served through partnering with an employee at the Salvation Army to help just kind of get them back on the right track.
So we here, the corrections department, we monitor offenders that have been placed on misdemeanor probation in hopes to rehabilitate them so they don't get in trouble anymore. Coming here and having us try to help rehabilitate them stops that ripple effect, and hopefully turns that ripple effect to something positive. Maybe they can then teach their kids so their kids don't get in trouble, and stops the recidivism from the whole family's point.
With the Salvation Army, you can be assured that we're going to do the very best. Use the service mark of doing the most good. That's our promise, that's our pledge to the community. We're going to do the most good with what you give us and trust to us.
So one of our needs that we have is we need more angel tree sites during our Christmas program. And that's merely matching up a family that has come to us with a donor. They don't meet. We protect the privacy of both individuals, but parents give to us clothing sizes, toy wishes, because those families, very often, what they get new at Christmas through the Salvation Army is the only new thing they get all year long. This helps to give a wonderful Christmas to children that are actually in our community.
I think that when you have volunteers or donations, those people who do not see themselves as a real person get to find out that there are people in the community that care about them. Because the one thing that the homeless always state is, when people see me, they don't see a person. They just see somebody on the street. And unfortunately, they feel that way. But when they start to see a community that reaches out to them, it makes all the difference in their thinking and how they just learn to love themselves. And I think that the community support is just the best place for that to start.
If the Salvation Army were not in Marion County, there would be more people who are homeless, who are hungry, who have not had the light of God shared with them. And when people give to us, who volunteer with us, we can do more good in this community. And I think we certainly need that in this world. We need people who are doing the most good. That's one of our slogans. It's our promise to the community that we will do the most good with the funds that you give us, with the time that you give us, with the donations that you give us. We will do the most good in this community.